I wasn't really going to do a voiceover and actually bore you guys with the minor details in this game, but I feel as if I need to actually do some sort of commentary because if I just let you guys experience the entire raw footage of this game, I promise you, you may end up getting bored. Possibly. You might even skip over this video. But we are back with Anima Gate of Memories. So I've learned this is also on Xbox also. So it's not just a PlayStation game. One other thing I want to say is apparently I am playing the correct order of this game in a way, but at the same time, the second one, Anima Gate of Memories, the Nameless or something like that, is actually a better game than this one.
Wherever we are, this is not the world we both know.
Go back. This place is not safe.
You? What the hell are you doing here?
Not the time or place to talk. Go back from where you came. I will wait for you there.
Ergo? You know what that thing was?
Let's go back, baby.
Answer me.
There is something I need to check. Let's go back.
Babe, just this one time. Let's go back to the other room. Wow, is it really you? You can't stop seeing me, not even after a generation, eh?
I have no choice. There are just some children who need a lot of attention. Hello, Ergo. You can't complain. This time you got a real beauty. There's no comparison to the previous bearers.
Nah, she's just a crybaby. You and your ass are still my favorites.
Are you trying to hit on me again?
Just until it works.
Sorry for ruining your date. Is it possible for one of you to tell me what's happening?
We meet at last, bearer of calamities. Sorry for my lack of respect.
Glad you know who I am. Unfortunately, I still don't know who you are, creature.
You don't know? For real? Pathetic. The whole of mankind owes everything to this woman. This creature, as you call her, is who, against all odds, managed to deceive and seal the most powerful monster which has ever walked the world.
You won't say it was you, right, little book?
You are Elianai Grimoire, the founder of Nathaniel, the first amongst the great saints. You're the woman who sealed Ergo in the Book of the Void.
Well, more or less. I'm happy to meet you.
Forgive my rudeness. I didn't anticipate anything good from one of Ergo's acquaintances.
I can't blame you for that. Also, my appearance is not exactly reassuring.
Are you dead?
I am as alive as you, but my body is in stasis due to some problems in the past. What you see now is just a spiritual projection that my mind, awake only for short periods of time, can generate.
What's happening, Ellie? Even if I know I am irresistible to you, I know you're not here for me. For you to get personally involved in something is not a good sign.
I'm not here of my own accord. Something called me, and I'm not alone. Just as you are, there are things gathering in this tower. Entities with real power. Some are already here, and others, they are still coming. I don't know what it was, but one of the worst ones was just at the end of where I met you. But I think that it already left.
Are you kidding me? Should I remind you who you're talking to? I can blow up this whole place with one finger.
I can feel how weak you are, Ergo. It's useless to hide it from me. I've never seen you like this. In your current condition, I'm not even convinced you're going to be fine. or if she will for that matter.
My lady, you don't need to worry about me. I have a mission to accomplish entrusted to me by the Supreme Inquisitor.
Bearer, I know the artifact you're looking for very well. It's a book written by my sister with her own blood. I can assure you, it's not our priority now. I still don't understand the scope of what's happening and where we are. I tried to reach some of these entities, but without success. It seems that access to them is somehow closed. There are different seals somehow linked with fragments of their essence. Maybe if we could obtain some of them. But
What's happening?
I am unsure. Sorry. I don't think I can sustain this form much longer.
Ellie!
You should... Sorry.
Wait! Damn.
Don't worry. She will be fine. She's a tough one. We will see her again soon.
Okay, let's go. Let's meet those things.
That sounds nice.
Erg was a savage for that. He just literally, I guess that was his host or his companion before he actually came into the possession of the bearer. We don't know her actual name. I believe and I hope that they
Look at
actually
all
give
those
her a
puppets.
name
They seem
before we
almost
finish this game
alive.
up and whatnot.
This
So
looks like a haunted
what I
house.
was saying is that
I hope that they move and attack us
Ergo,
or something.
I know I'm getting off topic.
So
Ergo was the he was in Alenia, hopefully I'm pronouncing her name right, possession before he came into the bearer's possession. So he's a savage for actually saying, of course, I would never forget your, well, you already know, your fine ass and everything. He's a savage for that. I respect
There
him,
must
man
be
of
something
culture.
in them.
But overall, I am in a way playing the correct order of this game, but then at the same time, the nameless can be played in this game, and in some series
Yes.
can actually be played in whatever order I want to say, only for the simple fact that right now there is no exact order per se. At least that's what I read up on. I do not like the stamina bar in any games like this one because it takes the feel out of it. It takes the flow and movement out of things. But overall, I cannot complain. Like I said, if I were to let you guys experience raw footage of this, you guys would easily get bored. My apologies for the lighting. I tried my best to adjust the lighting just so that you guys can see where the heck I'm at. But for some reason, it keeps on rendering or just keeps on making it look like that I'm basically going through an oil painting. So you guys are just going to have to deal with that, with how it looks right here anyway. But other parts in this game, it won't look like this. So I apologize for that. Right now, I believe I do have to look for, besides the one name that I found out on the painting and whatnot, I have to find out the other name. I don't know the exact plot of this game. I should read up on this, but from what I can gather, I am looking for, the name says it for itself, Gate of Memories. I'm looking for memories of some sort so that I can somehow unlock something. I guess the pact between the bearer and Ergo is going to be severed. I don't know. Right now, I'm just doing whatever. I look real stupid. I should have edited this part out, but I'll keep it in because it gives me some time to talk, and I just look real stupid, and you guys can just laugh at me for not knowing where to go. But eventually, I do find my where I'm supposed to go, so I might just edit up to that point. So be right back. Actually, nope. I think this is it. Nope, not yet. I'll be right back.
This place. This is part of the messenger. Everything here resonates with his fragments of memories. We can use it to reach him.
Yes, but we will need at least 3 to summon him.
We don't have any fragments of memories left. We don't have...
I didn't even have to edit that much. I just needed to take a couple clips out because I went back and forth. But yes, as she mentioned, we're looking for fragments of memories to summon somebody. In this part, no, not in this part, but I do end up finding certain fragment memories that lead me to actually end up fighting a certain someone. So I will not reveal who that is, but I will say this. The bosses in this game, I will have to level up on, because if I do not, I'm screwed. I'm 100% screwed. The first, I guess, official boss, I got dog walked because I tried my best to fight him. It didn't work out too well for me, guys. It really did not. He literally, and it is a male, he literally just... he took me out, and you'll see in the next part, obviously. He took me out within, I don't know, 5 turns. I might just leave it in just so that you guys can see what the heck is going on. See, this is what I'm talking about. Games like this make me scratch my head like, what the heck am I supposed to be doing? What is the plot? There's no guide. But I guess that's exactly why I enjoy games like this, because even though it's a head scratcher, eventually I will figure out what I have to do, just by either 1, reading up on it, or 2, I could always cheat and look at YouTube, even though there's probably not many CCs that actually played and will have a full playthrough of this game. So my hopes of that is slim to crap. There will be enemies that will be more effective with Bearer, like her light magic, and I was correct about that. She has light magic compared to Ergo, who has dark magic. So there will be enemies that is more vulnerable to light magic compared to dark magic, and enemies that are more vulnerable to dark magic compared to light magic, meaning that Ergo's attack, like, is working here against this thing. Ergo's attacks will not work against certain enemies, just like how the Bearer's technique will not work against dark enemies. So it has to be light versus light, dark versus dark. So with that, keep that in mind. The dodge system, what I will point out about this game that actually impresses me, the dodge system. The dodge system actually is pretty decent. It's not the best. It reminds me of a little bit of Nier Automata, or Nier in general, like how to dodge and everything. Even though they don't have the after image effect, or give it the character like a slow motion ordeal of dodging once you do a perfect dodge, it's still pretty relatively fun to use. Next thing I will praise this game for is the simplistic combat. There's not many combos to string together just yet, because I don't have that big of a skill tree going on right now. But when I do, because I got nerfed as soon as we lost as soon as we beat the red lady and got knocked out and sent to oblivion by the Nameless, we lost all our powers. Pretty much everything that you've seen in the prologue we cannot do like that anymore, like that little light cut and all the dark magic that Ergo and Bearer had. Yeah, it's basically, you got nerfed real badly, just like in the other games. You start off on top, and then you get dropped on your ass, and then you just gotta work your way back up, which is what we're just gonna have to do, which is perfectly fine. Don't mind the grind, but I will have to find a better location to grind levels, because the area that I'm in right now, Yeah, it's crap. I can't really grind that many levels at that area. I have to really find a better area to grind out levels. If I don't, I'm pretty much going to do what I did when I was a kid. Speaking of which, and this is going to be me going off into a rant, but it is very, very important in my opinion. Ever since Pokemon Crystal, I will say this, ever since Pokemon Crystal, I have always been the one with any JRPG game or action RPG game. I have always decided to overpower my character. The reason for this, and how can I put this? The reason for this, I'll just be blunt, is because the first ever character to ever make me decide to go down the route of just overpowering my my character or any sort of characters that I have at my disposal was Trainer Red from the original yellow, blue, green, and red version of Pokemon. And
so
like
they
I
locked me
mentioned,
up in this book.
Pokemon Crystal.
What a novel
I
idea.
literally beat the Elite Four with level of 40 Pokemon. My highest level of Pokemon was my Typhlosion at level 52. I don't know how I managed to pull it off and everything. Then I did the whole Johto thing, and then I almost maxed out my level at I think it was like the highest one at that point was like level 62. Again, that was my Typhlosion. So 10, I think I just said 52 or something like that. Regardless, it was a 10 level increase. I think I'm doing something. I think I'm doing the greatest. I'm gonna be the greatest and everything. Little did I know, oh my God. And just by me telling this story after all these years, I cannot believe I remember most of the details. I go to Mount Silver. I think because one of my friends literally told me, hey, go to Mount Silver. Here's how you get to Mount Silver. This, that, and the third. You'll find some rare Pokemon there. And then you have to go to XYZ, go into the mountain, and you'll face the toughest challenge of Pokemon history. I was like, yeah, all right, that's a lie. Who is it? He didn't tell me. I respect him. His name was AJ. I respect him. He just said, yeah, just go to Mount Silver, do this, that, and the third. So I went to Mount Silver. I found the trainer. So you see, this was before I actually knew that Trainer Red was the protagonist that we used in Pokemon Yellow, Blue, and Red version. I didn't know. I just thought that was just like everybody else. That's Ash right there and everything. So when I went to Mount Silver and faced off against Trainer Red, because I really did not know that was his actual name, Red. Oh my God. PTSD kicks right in immediately. I lie to you not, the moment I was like, okay, this is gonna be light work. Yeah, okay. The moment he sent out a level 88 Pikachu, I was like, oh heck no. I lie to you not, I was so happy that I had my
something near.
Graveler up
Suggestions?
front. No, I had a
Why are you asking
golem.
me?
I had a golem because
What do I look like to
AJ
you,
actually helped me
strategy guy?
get a golem at that time. I apologize for speaking over the dialogue and everything, but it's dialogue is important, but at the same time, it's not that important. Just like big dialogue, yeah, I won't speak on. But smaller dialogue, like spontaneous things like that, I'll speak on. But that Pikachu. Now my golem's at, I think, like, I know it was in the 40s or 50. Yeah, I was tempted to jump off right there. 50, I think like 47, 53. Real side note.
This is getting weirder and weirder. Any idea of where we could be?
The ideal place for a picnic?
wonderful help.
My pleasure.
Sorry, I thought big dialogue was about to come, but side note, this is the area that I'm grinding at currently. Well, a little bit further in for levels and everything, and so I can get some more XP points. But there is an upcoming boss, in a way, a mini boss that I had trouble with. So back to what I was saying about why I am now the way I am when it comes to action RPG or JRPG games. So where was I? Oh yeah. So the moment I hit an earthquake on that Pikachu, it knocked it down to like, it was in the yellow. I was like, all right, cool, light work. This is it. And yeah, when I hit this rock and everything, that's when this is when the mini boss began right here. Check it out. Wait a couple seconds. After this thing breaks, and there we go, mini boss. Ergo did warn us about these right here, but these things are tanky as heck. I promise you that. Plus, they're really unpredictable, especially with that little wind slash thing that they do. But other than that, they are, in a way, they're beatable. I promise you. But yeah, so I hit an earthquake on that little Pikachu, hit him down the yellow. This bastard came back with an Iron Tail, a critical Iron Tail. Now I'm not sure if that crit Iron Tail was going to wipe me out with one hit, but the critical was just, it literally just made me feel like crap. I was like, okay, cool, one crit, that's fine, I can handle that. So next I send out my strongest Pokemon, Typhlosion, because it also had Earthquake. So the Pikachu was obviously faster than me. This bastard, I think it was either Thunder or Thunderbolt. This bastard hit another crit, one taps my Typhlosion. I'm like, oh no, I'm in trouble. I was like, oh heck no. So then I throw out I forget what other mon I had, but I knew I threw it out because it didn't have a ground attack, but it had a good attack to like do some damage to it, and it did. I hit my own crit after it almost one tap. Oh no, it was not faster than me. So I end up hitting my attack. I was like, okay, so this is what we in for today. Next thing I know, this bastard throws out, I think it was a Charizard. Yeah, I think it was a Charizard. The bastard threw out a Charizard. I think it was like level 70, 75.
It'll be quite
So
resistant to my powers.
the Pikachu wiped out two or three of my teammates, and I only wiped out the Pikachu. Next thing I know, the Charizard nearly one taps me, and then after I took out the Charizard, the thing that pissed me off was that he thought he would just troll me and end me with a Snorlax, the big bastard, and that was it right there. I was like, oh heck no. So I tried again because I'm like, okay, maybe this is doable with the team that I had. I was wrong. I felt as if I just got worse after the first two attempts. I tried with the same level that I had regularly. I tried a total of 9 times before I really got frustrated and said, you know what? Let me just go train.
It's similar
I
to the one that Lady
trained
summoned.
all the way up until everybody was at least a good 72. That did not work. That did not work. I tell you right now, that did not work. I still got wiped. Then, after like my 13th try, I finally beat him. Because at that point, I got frustrated. I was like, you know what? Let me just do it. I grinded the Elite Four the entire time. I just kept on going back just to fight him. Back again, just to fight him. Back again, just to fight him. Until everybody was at least level 90, 95. I promise you, that Pikachu, I threw my Typhlosion, wiped it. That Snorlax, I threw my Hitmontop, wiped it. That Venusaur, I threw my Typhlosion again, wiped it. The Charizard, I threw my what was my water? I think I had, I forget who I had, but no, it was a Jolteon because AJ again let me help me out get a thunderstone, thunderstone, just so I can get a Jolteon. Wiped it because I didn't have Jolteon the first time around. I had something else. Then for the Blastoise, I just said screw it, keep Jolteon. Wiped it. For the Espeon, I just threw out my Heracross and wiped it. But all his Pokemon, I made a vow as soon as I beat Red. Never again. Oh, yeah, as you can see right there, before I finish the story, light element. That means Bear is the only one that can actually touch the light element creatures and everything. Ergo cannot fight them. I don't think my head was down because of the PTSD I was going through. But yeah, Ergo can only touch the dark creatures, dark element creatures, while Bear can only touch the light one. If I try to, you probably already seen, but if I try to do light against dark, it's not going to be effective, and vice versa, dark against light. I don't know why the devs set it up that way. It's a pretty cool thing, but at the same time, it's one of those weird concepts because in anime and all tropes alike, you would think that light would always overcome darkness or darkness would shroud light. So yeah, you would think that the concept would be like that. I don't know if I had to go that way because there's no map on this game that I can remember. Another thing I will say that I will praise the devs for is that Ergo and the Bear keeps their own separate health bar. That's actually pretty decent and everything. But the payoff before the thing, this is the area, my bad. This is the big area that I train at so that I can actually level up and everything. I'm pretty sure there's a bigger area I can probably go to level up at, but right now I'm just going back and forth in this area just to fight these elemental creatures. But one thing, the payoff for having two different health bars is that if Barra dies, it's already game over. If Ergo dies, game over. So even though there's two separate health bars, if one were to die, that means it's our automatic game over. So back to what I was saying. If I made a promise to myself, from this point on, in any RPG or JRPG game that you play in the future, you will overpower yourself so that you will not have to go through all that suffering again. And ever since then, I've been somewhat keeping to my word because there have been RPG games, I will say Persona, that literally almost brought me back to that point. I mean, that literally almost made me have that whole little PTSD moment with Red again. But at the same time, I always overpower myself and the personas that I got just so that I can cruise through the game or cheese through the game just to have fun and everything. I haven't had that much difficulty in many RPG games since, but there has been one. I will say that Final Fantasy 13 literally made me have a PTSD moment. At least Lightning Return Final Fantasy 13. If you know the secret boss in that game, then yeah, I have beat it, but to this very day, I still struggle with that boss, even with all the DLC that I have. I still struggle with that one boss, that secret boss and everything. In order to get to the secret boss in Final Fantasy 13, you would just have to live past the whole 13-day limit or live up to 13-day. This is the climax of the video, the Guardian Totem. So I'll be right back once we actually start fighting.
I'm guessing there's some kind of protector totems.
They're heavily guarded against magic. We should find a way to climb up there. Let's look around.
I know I haven't been talking that much about this game per se, and I do feel sort of bad about that. But at the same time, uh, just know for a fact I don't normally talk as much as I do. But for this boss particularly, you will have to have a lot of patience and you have to time your jumps in order to like actually do damage, because I probably did something stupid, like try to aim. Like I think at this point I was trying to do L2 and aim something, but then it just didn't work. But you would have to have patience, jump from rock to rock, get up to the top. Thank God that this boss does not hit you. If you see the electricity at the very bottom and everything, the electric water, yeah, that's the thing that's gonna hurt you if you manage to slip off the rock. So you crack one of those, it does the damage. Oh right, I forgot, I spoke too soon. I really forgot about this this little light show that it liked to do. Yeah, oh, forgot about that light show. Well, regardless of the fact, I relatively almost did it with ease, but I did have to be patient. So this will most likely be some good raw game footage so that you can see how I managed to do it. But yeah, relative in a way that this boss is actually kind of easy compared to the next boss that you guys will see in the next video. This one was pretty simplistic. It's just that you have to time your jumps and watch out for that light, obviously, or else you lose your health. And if you go in there that water, you also get a little shock to your system. Yeah, pun intended. If you know the show Static Shock, then you know where the pun came from. But yeah, for the most part, this, like I said, this was the climax of the video. Hopefully you did not mind my little rant about why I have such PTSD moments with RPG and action RPG games in general. So yeah, shout out to Game Freak with Trainer Red. You had made my childhood a nightmare at that point. So shout out to you guys for giving me, a kid at the time, PTSD of a Pokemon trainer. I know in later versions and like Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, he still have that same team, but he in a way got nerfed to the point where he's a little bit easier. I know in Gen 5 he makes a return, but he's not as hard. Pause, no diddy. Gen 5 was Unova. He appeared in Gen 5 with Unova. Then I think Kalos is Gen 6. Then Alola, yeah, that's the next one. I think that's Gen 7. Yeah, Gen 7 he makes an appearance with Blue as a battle champion at the Battle Tower. At least in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon he makes the appearance. I'm not sure if it was actually like Sun and Moon the original versions, but yeah, he is not as tough because at that point you have 7 generations of Pokemon to choose from. So if you could not beat Trainer Red or Trainer Blue from with 7 generations of Pokemon, then something's really up with you. And yeah, but overall, I'm gonna let you guys finish off this game footage, this raw game footage right here. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Leave a like and comment down below. Follow me on my other social links. Yeah, Ergo, that was kind of lame of me. I'll see you all next time for the next part. Until then, see you later. Bye bye.
Little Jonathan Koppel had spent his whole life in his huge mansion without windows. He never lacked anything. He was surrounded by a legion of servants that took care of him with absolute devotion. All of them wore strange masks and acted in a cold and distant way, but took care of him like he was the only thing that mattered in the world. From them, the boy learned the most exquisite manners, and to act like a gentleman of the highest rank. When the young one asked why he was there, his servants always told him that his parents had to go far away, and it was his obligation to wait for them there until they came back. When he learned to read, Jonathan began spending most of his time in the huge library of his house, reading tales and stories that made his imagination fly. He dreamed of fairies, goblins, and fantasy creatures that existed beyond the walls that confined him. But over the years, as he grew older, the mansion seemed to him to grow ever smaller until his home became a prison for him. Finally, the night that he turned 12, he ran away. Why wouldn't he? After all, he could never have imagined that the mansion existed only to protect him.